Hi everyone, in this video we wanted to share about our experience using this indoor growing system. It's a hydroponic system that we picked up to see if we can extend our growing season into the winter when nothing is growing outside and see if we can grow some plants indoors. So the way that it works is that it comes with this grow light attached to it. And it's set on a timer where the light turns on and off to provide light to the plants and then a few hours of darkness. And then it has a fan, and then on the bottom here is where you will fill it up with water and then add some fertilizer with some additional feedings every couple of weeks. And then we planted a couple of seeds, which are now starting to grow. So over here, we've got some basil seeds. We planted them exactly 1 week ago, and they're already germinating. This is a tomato. And over there is some chamomile. So the way that it works is that the seeds grow in this sort of cork-looking contraption that then goes inside of a plastic sleeve, which then gets inserted into the system, into the water. And then it comes with these plastic domes to trap the heat and provide additional heat for the plants. So it seems really cool. We're really curious to see how this is going to play out, if we're actually going to get some herbs and plants to grow in the winter indoors. So we'll keep track of this every 1 to 2 weeks to see how it's progressing. In this video, we will share a 2-week update on the plants that we're growing in this indoor hydroponic system. So we planted the seeds exactly 2 weeks ago. They sprouted a week later, and today we wanted to show you the growth. So this is the tomato plant. It's actually quite big for just 2 weeks of growth. If planted in soil, it usually doesn't grow as quickly, so this is pretty incredible. This variety is called Tiny Tim. This is basil. There's a couple of plants coming up. They're also actually quite big. And then last but not least is that little chamomile plant. It's the smallest of the bunch, but it's also growing. Now, because it's been 2 weeks since we planted these seeds, it is now time to fill up the water. It has dropped quite a bit, and so we'll fill it up to the max level and then add some liquid feed. So we're using the AeroGarden liquid feed. So it has to be added every 2 weeks to make sure that the plants get the food and the nutrients that they need. Also today, we thought we would add another plant because we have a lot of empty spots in the growing system. So we thought we would utilize this space and try planting stevia. Stevia is a plant we have never been successful at growing. So we thought, why not try growing it in this indoor hydroponic system? Plants here tend to grow faster, so perhaps this time around we will be successful growing stevia. So thank you so much for watching. We'll provide an update next week. This is our week 3 update. As you can see, the tomato has the most growth. It's actually quite big. There's no way we could have grown a tomato of this size just growing it in the ground. Basil is growing, but quite a bit more slowly. And so is chamomile. Stevia seeds never came up, so I think we'll have to call this a bust. But let's keep an eye on this tomato and see where it's at week 4. This is our week 4 update. Let's see how things are growing. Basil is getting bigger. So is chamomile. But the real hero is this tomato plant. It's actually pretty massive for just 4 weeks of growth. Still waiting for the flowers to come through, but hopefully those will be coming in soon. And no luck with stevia, so it must be the seeds that just aren't working. So at the 4-week mark, we'll fill up the water again and add some liquid food. And then we'll check again next week to see how things are going. Hi everyone. This is week 5 update on the indoor growing system. As you can see, the tomato plant has shot up. And it actually has flowers forming that are about to open up. So that's incredible. However, one thing I should note, I have to hold it up right now because it will just flop over. So I think this is a design deficiency of this particular growing system where the base is probably too short to support the tomato. We got the budget variety, so that's probably the reason. So I would say that a longer base would probably have solved this issue that we're having here. But such as it is, this is a fully formed tomato plant, and we're looking forward to having tomatoes soon. On the other hand here, basil seems to be on its way out. It doesn't look like it's going to survive, so that's unfortunate. And chamomile isn't looking too happy either. So those two don't seem to be working that well. So we'll celebrate this tomato and try other seeds later. So this is our week 6 update. The flowers have opened up. There's a lot more of them. There's more flowers coming in on this side. There's more flowers coming in here as well. The plant has grown quite tall, where it's now actually touching the lights. So we're trying to figure out a way to keep it manageable by trimming the leaves to keep it a little bit shorter. So far, so good. Let us know in the comments below if you've had any success growing tomatoes or other plants in an indoor growing system.